Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Anna Melendez. I'm a chiropractor in San Diego and I talk all things health, nutrition, pro-metabolic, lifestyle. And if you don't know what pro-metabolic is, I have plenty of videos talking about it, but it's really just a lifestyle, not another, fad diet, but it's for your metabolism, pro-metabolic. And your metabolism really encompasses every process in your body, from your digestion to your hormones, your libido, your moods, your sleep, and so much more. So that's the focus, is focusing on healing your metabolism and restoring your metabolism so that your body can then naturally start to do its processes and heal. My whole goal is to help you guys restore your metabolism, find food freedom, and heal your hormones naturally. It's more than possible. Your body is so capable of healing. It's designed to heal and it wants to heal and it can heal. One of the biggest questions I always get is, where do I start to heal my metabolism? Like, how do I get started? And we're gonna go over 5 really simple swaps that you can make to start restoring your metabolism. And I don't want you to watch this video and think like, more, I have to do more, I have to do this, that, and the other thing. No, these are swaps. So they're designed to give you the freedom to find balance within your life of what works best for you. Starting with the first swap, switching polyunsaturated fatty acids with saturated fats. Polyunsaturated fatty acids amplify your body's reaction to stress. These are things like, believe it or not, nuts and seeds, seed oils like safflower, sunflower, canola, soy, corn, even jojoba seed oil. Polyunsaturated fatty acids, I also often refer to them as PUFAs. These are highly unstable fats, meaning they oxidize in the presence of light and heat very easily. So what does that mean? We've all heard of the term antioxidants, right? Those are the good guys. Well, antioxidants are there to combat oxidative stress, and these PUFAs create oxidative stress in the body. Believe it or not, that's even those omega-3 fish oils. And omega-3s, this is a touchy subject and I'm probably gonna ruffle some feathers, but omega-3s can be more detrimental to your body than even PUFAs on their own, because they oxidize even quicker and easier than some seed oils like sunflower oil, canola oil, something like that. PUFAs are unfortunately unavoidable. They're a really cheap oil to make. Therefore, a lot of restaurants and food products have them in them. I used to look at ingredients labels on boxes of crackers and things like that and look for if there's any sugar in the ingredients, and I would put it straight back on the shelf. Now I'm looking for seed oils and PUFAs. If the item has things like canola oil, sunflower, safflower oil, grapeseed oil, things like that in it, I put it right back, because that's gonna cause more damage to my body than sugar ever would. Since these oils are so cheap to use, a lot of restaurants, the large majority of restaurants, cook with them. Now, if you're at a nicer restaurant, typically they tend to ask, do you have any dietary restrictions, any allergies, things like that? And you can tell them, yes, seed oils, and list off, I can't have canola oil, vegetable oil, things like that. Please cook my food in more saturated fats like butter, coconut oil, or ghee. But at restaurants like your local taco shop or Chipotle, things like that, you can't really ask those questions. The food is already being made or is already made. So in those cases, don't freak out. Sometimes they're just unavoidable. This is about food freedom, right? So that's why I take a vitamin E oil supplement every single day. The primary way that PUFAs break down healthy tissue is by depleting them of vitamin E. And vitamin E is your body's first defense against the oxidation of polyunsaturated fatty acids. So whenever I go out to eat, I used to keep my bottle of vitamin E in my purse and take one every time I was out at a restaurant. Now I just take one every single day, because it's protecting my heart, regulating my skin, and continuously helping to protect against that free radical damage from these unstable fats, because again, they're sometimes just unavoidable. I'll put the link to my favorite vitamin E in the description box below. If you use code FRESH, you can get 10% off. With all that said, that's why it's more important to focus on saturated fats. These are things like coconut oil, butter, and ghee. These are all more stable fats, so you can cook them at higher temperatures and also won't cause that free radical damage in your body. Saturated fats are so protective both inside and outside your body. I even focus on skincare having more saturated fats versus having PUFAs in them. A lot of our skincare today and makeup has PUFAs. So I like to use brands like Saturé, I'll link it below, as well as using straight up tallow on my skin, which is essentially rendered beef fat. It sounds really strange to rub like rendered beef fat on your skin, but I'm telling you, it is like the most nourishing and protective form of like lotion or moisturizer that you could put on your skin because it's so bioidentical to our natural skin. Your skin like literally just drinks it up. This next one might surprise you. Less raw greens and more cooked root vegetables. Raw greens are just more difficult for your body to digest. Now, am I saying never eat raw greens? No! What I'm saying is better preparation, meaning cooking your veggies. A little bit of sauteing or blanching, boiling, roasting goes a really, really long way in the bioavailability and digestibility of that food. Root vegetables are more hardy, they contain more minerals and nutrients that our bodies can easily digest. Whenever I get asked what are some good examples of carbs to eat, think of it this way: fruits and roots. Lots of fresh fruit and fruit juices, and then of course your cooked root vegetables. These are things like carrots, onions, potatoes, turnips, radishes. Next up, less grains, more fruit. Grains also contain this anti-nutrient defense mechanism to protect the seed. This defense mechanism can be lowered, and that's why the preparation of the grain is so important. What I mean by that is soaking and or sprouting the grain. Again, am I saying avoid grains? Absolutely not. What I am saying is the preparation of the food makes it much more bioavailable and easier to digest, meaning you'll get more out of it, more nutrients, more minerals, more benefits out of that food. And a great alternative for more carbohydrates is fruit and fruit juices. Fruit don't have that defense mechanism because they want to be eaten. They're not trying to protect their seeds. And fruit can fill your diet with much more minerals and vitamins than grains can. Again, I'm not saying grains are bad. I eat grains every single day. I eat white rice, sourdough bread, and pasta. But it's really the way you prep your grains that make a really big difference. That's why I love sourdough bread, because it's fermented. It has that long fermentation process to help break down the gluten. I soak my rice and then rinse it multiple times. Sometimes I'll even soak it in apple cider vinegar to help break down the starches even further. The whole goal is to make your food more digestible, easier to digest and more bioavailable for you so that you can get the most out of it, so you're not eating just empty calories and empty nutrients. The fourth swap is swapping excess cardio with strength training. The fitness industry fools us into thinking that cardio is the holy grail guaranteed way to lose weight and get toned. I know this because I used to spend hours on end in the gym and outside of the gym running, HIIT, biking, swimming, everything under the sun for hours upon hours, day after day. That's why strength training is the queen. And no, you won't bulk up. That's actually really hard to do. While a lot of women tend to kill themselves in the gym for 5 to 7 days a week, I only recommend strength training 1 to 3 times a week with adequate rest days in between each workout. Why strength training is so good for you is because it puts on pro-metabolic muscle that will support your metabolism so that it just runs and runs and runs and burns fat while you're still at rest. When you put on more muscle mass, again, not bulky, but just stronger, it improves your metabolism and your metabolic rate. Cardio isn't the enemy by any means. It's that excessive cardio that literally stresses your body out so that it is in survival mode versus I'm safe, let me drop this excess weight. I still hike and swim and bike. I do not run, however, and go on lots of long walks, but I mainly focus on strength training. So personally right now, I strength train 2 to 3 times a week and go on a 30 to 45 minute walk at least 3 times a week. That's it. And then on the weekends, if we're doing something active outside, like going a bike ride or a swim or something like that, or a hike, this is good news. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym or outside of the gym every day to get the desired outcome. Focus on strength training. You will see results in a short amount of time. I only use 10-pound weights in each hand, 10 pounds, really simple, and your heart rate will rise. I promise you that, and you will be sweating. If you need examples of what a strength training workout looks like, I'll mention them in the description box below. I have a few videos already on my channel with some workout examples. If you're gonna have one of those workouts like a HIIT workout, or go to Orange Theory or F45 or do a cycle class, something like that, I would recommend doing those types of workouts no more than twice a week. I would even recommend keeping it around 1 time a week because that exerts so much energy, and make sure to keep in mind where you're at in your cycle with that as well. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out my video on cycle syncing. The 5th swap in helping to restore your metabolism is swapping plain water for more mineral-rich beverages. Plain water can actually present stress to your body because it dilutes your blood, which reduces the concentration of electrolytes, especially sodium. I know we've heard a ton, drink tons of water. If you feel thirsty, you're already mega dehydrated, drink at least half of your body weight in ounces a day. That's all good and fine information, but it doesn't have to be plain water all day long. When you're drinking that plain water, it's literally flushing out so much more than just toxins, let's say. It's taking minerals with it. So you need to replenish those minerals throughout the day. Even in your sweat, when you sweat, you're depleting yourself of minerals. When you're stressed out, it depletes your body of minerals. So throughout the day, try to restore and replenish those minerals. An easy way to do that is just by adding a pinch of sea salt to your water. You really won't be able to taste it, and it's still replenishing your body with those necessary minerals. Drink fresh fruit juices throughout the day, like orange juice, tangerine juice, cherry juice, whatever you like. Have some bone broth, and don't forget about your adrenal cocktails. Raw milk is so powerful. It still has all the great probiotics, enzymes, and nutrients packed in it. It is the perfect balance of carbs, protein, and fat. Those are your macronutrients. So raw milk is a great thing to have as a snack, not only for those added calories, but as well to replenish these minerals. Where you're getting your water from is also really important. I avoid, and I recommend avoiding tap water like the plague. I work with a local doc in the area, and he calls tap water infertility water. It's that toxic. It's full of things like fluoride, chloride, chlorine, prescription drugs, and so much more. It is truly so toxic. Every area is a little bit different, but in general, it's some pretty toxic stuff. Please filter your water. I get a lot of questions on what filters are best. I'll put a few links in the description box below of my favorite water filters. We have a Kangan Water Machine. I love it because it doesn't strip the water of minerals, and I can change the pH. There are so many different uses for this machine. I know it's on the pricier end, and we saved up for the machine for over 3 years before we bought it. But it is one of my favorite things that I own. There are plenty of other ways to filter your water. Just make sure if you're getting a water filter or already have a water filter that already takes out all the minerals, you can add them back in, even with trace mineral drops. I get mine on Amazon. Again, I'll put the link in the description box below if you want to head straight there. 1 drop goes a very long way, and you will be able to taste it if you put too many drops in a glass of water. I hope that was helpful, and you can use these little swaps and techniques in your day-to-day to help you to restore your metabolism and heal your hormones naturally. Don't forget to subscribe and comment what you want to see more of or what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.